Alright, this took way too long for me to release, but good God, I was burnt out. Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, SS95 here, back again with another video, and today, we are finally here. Alright, this took way too long for me to actually get this video out, because I was deciding on whether I wanted to do this video first, and then get to the X stuff, or in vice versa. So, I just decided, since QuadStrike has officially wrapped up, Beyblade Burst is done, I think it might as well be a good enough time to kind of just do one last QuadStrike video. One more video from Hasbro, and then finally, after probably maybe taking another week off, I'll get to the X stuff. So, this is it. This is the final, This is the final QuadStrike video. This is it for when it comes to Beyblade Burst for me. Other than the fact that I will talk about the openings or me reacting to the theme songs way later. I will talk about that near the end of the video. But as far as reacting to what Hasbro is doing and, like, you know, the bays and stuff, this is it. This is the final one. The Flame Pandora thing was, like, the second to last thing I wanted to do. But this is it. This is kind of the whole reason why the QuadStrike system even exists, and also what the whole gimmick was about. So, this explains why the bays were colored weirdly, well, actually, that's pretty much about it. And also, the fact is why we have new characters. But this pretty much just explains why the bays were colored weirdly. This doesn't make up for the system or anything else. This is just an explanation for why the bays were just colored that way. Does not make up for how the bays were designed, or how they acted, or what they did with the system. It's literally just an explanation for why the bays are colored so different. But without further ado, this is the final thing I'm gonna do for QuadStrike, and then I'm done. Alright? This is the final thing. I'll be done when it comes to Beyblade Burst products, for the most part. I don't know if I know I've said this a bunch of times that I don't know if I'm going to do the remakes. I could do the remakes, but I don't know yet. So, essentially, this is just Blacklight Stadium.
Guys, today we have some more Hasbro unboxing for you guys. It's Beyblade Burst QuadStrike. That's right. It's still Beyblade Burst, even though we got Beyblade X in the house. We can't forget our good old Hasbro bays and good old Hasbro releases.
Yep, we still have to give credit to Hasbro when it comes to their stadium designs. They're pretty creative.
So yeah, it is Beyblade Burst Season 7. QuadStrike, if you guys are staying in touch with the anime and all the new products, we have this here. So some of you guys are probably not even paying attention to...
So pretty much, they tried to make their own version of Divine Belial with all of the gears. It still doesn't make sense to me. Like, I think in the context of it all, I still wish that we still had, like, some sort of way to progress. Because it's just like, I don't know. Because if they did it like the way that they did back in Dynamite Battle, where if they made physical versions of the gears, then this would have been more deserving. But this does not feel very deserving. It just literally looks like, okay, cool, Belial has a new chip, and you pretty much just painted the blade differently, and you just gave it new parts. That's literally it. And I will talk about Pandemonium, because I think I have a few things to say about it, other than the fact that it just, I don't know, to me, it looks like a very watered-down version of Hazard, I think it was Hazard Kerbeus, I think.
Also comes with 2 light launchers, garbage. We have like a million of these now, so...
I don't know if that's a Takara Tomy name. I'm blanking.
Belfyre B8.
I'm blanking out on the Takara Tomy name.
Character, I guess. And then you also have a Hasbro exclusive Bay, Ruin Pandemonium P8.
Pretty cool name.
It's okay.
So,
cool name, terrible Bay.
So it's very fitting that they come up with some of these bays. Maybe we'll see an anime, maybe we won't. So just like always,
I still wonder how Hasbro would have handled these bays, though. Like, aside from Belial, I wonder how they would have handled Pandemonium and,
not
Pandora.
bad.
I wonder. Pandora and all of its evolutions. I wonder how they would handle that.
Whether or not you guys like Hasbro's designs, this is what we got.
Yeah, word.
God, this is
This
just.
set also comes with 2 bonus
This is.
armor tips.
It's just
So those are the 2
to
right
me.
there.
It's eh.
Actually
Although I
kinda
do like how
Oxy actually showed this really cool driver. It really reminded me of the VS gear, and then for a second I was like, oh my gosh.
I
I
kind of like what they did with the chip in some sort of way.
And I realized that it was just an armor tip, just like as always.
It was too good to be true.
Let's see what we have here. Of course, the stadium. We have the bait inside the cardboard box as usual. No, Hasbro never really changes. It's always the same feeling, same packaging, same light launchers. Okay, let's see how they look. Okay.
Eh.
As I kind of expect.
Eh.
You know
I
what
think it's
this
just
really
expected at this
reminds
point.
me of? The colors
Wow,
of
that
these
Belial
plastic
looks very
reminds me
watered.
of glow in the dark golf.
I mean, it's got a silver
Okay,
effect
okay.
on
It's gonna
the
really give us
on
that
the
same
antennas.
vibe, especially once we
So
put
I
them
like
in the
that.
stadium
Okay,
and put them
that's
into the
interesting.
white. If you want the codes, get your codes now before the Beyblade Burst app shuts down.
I
Alright,
wonder
we
when
got
they're gonna
two
shut that
bays
down,
laid out
though.
over
I
here.
do wonder.
First one we're gonna go over
If anybody
is called
knows,
Destined
let me know.
X Belfyre B8.
So you pretty much
This
just kept the
design is
same
supposed to be
disc.
the Hasbro version of the Ultimate Gear Belial.
And it
That's sort of like the
sucks.
signature look
It's just
with the H gear,
like, look at that,
the
and then
VS
compare it to
gear,
this.
the D gear, all that jazz. But of course, Hasbro can't afford to put all those parts there, so
more like they just kind of said whatever. Wow, they dragged it. They really dragged this through the mud. Like existing characters, they dragged it through the mud.
Unlike the Teratomi counterpart.
Like, good God, I just feel bad.
I just feel like I'm less and less motivated to talk about all the parts. So
Honestly,
yeah,
I,
you guys-
like
you guys
if this
can
was
like
still
talk
on the
about
level of
it.
like
We can
Takerotomi,
talk about the
then
gravity,
I'm pretty sure a lot of people would have more to say.
already.
But this is like
There's a copy.
Hasbro, so it's just like
TS23-Q, that's supposed to
if
resemble
Hasbro
the
actually
Hasbro
tried,
performance tip.
then
The A14
people would have a lot more to
supposed
say.
resemble
I will
the
say
TS
though
gear.
that the Nexus looks like it has Dragon's D gear, so I find that pretty interesting and pretty cool. But at the same time though, it's just a if you really like look at it far away, it's a watered down version of Nexus.
Pretty cool with that black design on top of the orange.
I will say, I think Pandemonium has the more better looking design. Like, I like this more than all of the other bays.
All plastic though. For the armor tip, it's B12, which is more
Like, I mean, aside from Tidal and
then you also have the
Twister,
two
I think
extra armor tip, which is honestly
Pandemonium's like a
superior,
runner-up.
especially in this battle set.
But I think I like
Twist.
Twister Pandora. Twister Pandora is probably my favorite.
They give you some more epic battles comparison to
I will say that's a nice nod to
and
Evasive.
the bonus.
Finally, onto the good part, the stadium. I actually like the color of the base of the stadium. This dark green looks really nice. But dang, they couldn't have given us like a cooler stadium design, hey? Like the lights are cool and all, but like the platform and the main surface of the stadium
Well,
is pretty basic.
I mean, it's whatever.
Alright, here we go. I think it's time to actually try turning on the stadium. There we go, just like that.
Black
You
lights.
see the difference?
That's it. I will admit that's very interesting, and I wish Hasbro, not Hasbro. I wish Takerotomi did this. This would have been pretty cool. Only thing is, I feel like Takerotomi would have just gave everybody neon stickers, and that would be it.
Belfyre and Ruin Pandemonium. Now under the lights. So Belfyre looks at turn it around. See any differences? You can kind of see the eyes of Belfyre, right, light up there, so that's noticeable, but is it making that big of a difference though?
It'll probably be more obvious once we're actually battling and the bays are spinning at full speed.
And also, if you have the lights
I
off.
guess Pandemonium is next.
Yeah, the orange bits look a little bit more pink under the light.
Yeah, word. I guess we just gotta do some test battles then. Test battle time, the moment you guys are waiting for.
Okay, only gripe I have about the stadium is I wish that...
3, 2, 1.
In a way, I wish they made the lights brighter, actually. The lights look so dim. I don't know if it's, like, depending on the room that you're in, but the lights look so dim.
You know, made it even brighter. But, like, I feel like it's not even the amount of them, it's just the strength of the light.
Exactly, like, it looks so... It's so dim. Also, you should have just colored the stadium black. I'm just gonna say that right now, because the colors would have came out a lot better, and I think the lights would have bounced off a little bit more.
A little bit more exciting with some cool design.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, come on. One win. Belial, one win. Or should I say Belfyre? Belfyre, one win. One win. I'm even using your dub name. Come on now.
Yeah, and then our cameras won't be able to see anything. Definitely expected more.
You suck.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, this... I want to say the one release you had for Surge, you actually did a lot better. The one with the spinning plate. So, that was the Light Ignite battle set. That was the final thing for QuadStrike. Final thoughts and opinions. There's not a whole lot I could really say, to be fully honest. Stadium wasn't that bad. I want to say it's not the worst release. It's definitely better than everything that we've gotten up until that point. But my god, is this still... I want to say this is like a little bit of a letdown in a way. From like how it was advertised to what it's like in reality. It's just... It didn't live up to what I'd expect from the Light Ignite battle set. And here's my problems with it. Number one, you should have made the lights brighter. The lights look so weak. Maybe you could have added, like, maybe a few more, but even then, you should have just made the lights, like, way more brighter. But, of course, it really depends on the room that you're in, but even then, I feel like you could have made the lights extremely, way more brighter. Number two is, and I can't really confirm this, and I'm not going to act like I know better when it comes to how lighting and stuff works, at least yet, until I go to college for film and TV. You should have just used a black stadium. Alright, I think the colors would have bounced off a little bit more. I know Belial probably would have blended in at most, and maybe Pandemonium would have blended in. But even then, you still have the neon bits to bounce off of the lights a lot more. That way, it doesn't look so dulled down. Because the dark green still makes it look like it's very dulled, or otherwise you should have just colored the green a lot more darker. That way the lights would be able to bounce off a little bit more. But other than that, though, this wasn't too bad. But even then, you know, the bays within of themselves, Pandemonium looks okay. There's not a whole lot I could say. The layer looks nice. It looks like a watered-down version of Kerbeus. Belial definitely got tarnished at most, but hey, at least this is, you know, the final thing that they're going to do for it. Aside from the fact that I wish they did Pro Series stuff at the start, that way we could have gotten into Karatomi accurate stuff. But hey, it's whatever. Alright, I can't make this stuff up. This is it. This is the last thing that I'm doing for the mainline burst. This was the last thing. And I could not be more happier to be done with this. Hasbro, buddy, you, for the last 7 years, or 6 years for that matter, however long you've had this brand, you have tarnished, destroyed, and made a pretty bad name for what Beyblade is and used to be. The reason why people rag on Burst is for this very reason, and also how you've just treated the brand for the past 4 years. All the way starting from Slingshot, like, look at the system that you made for that, and then look at X. And you cannot tell me or convince me that that is the exact same thing, except X did it a whole lot better and actually made it a lot more fun, rather than the fact that it's going to just be a whole nother gimmicky system where it's just the bays smacking each other until one of them just dies out. Because these bays cannot they're just spinning tops at this point. They cannot compensate for stamina. It's no longer, these battles aren't fun anymore. They're just not fun. You're just watching tops spin and hit each other until one of them stops or destroys themselves. Your slope system, like, as much as it used to actually be good, you've now just gotten and made it worse for the fact that the slopes aren't even tight anymore. They're very loose and very easy to burst, and the bays are just prone to self-destructing. The fact that you also, another thing is that for the anime within of itself, that you already had pre-established characters go from these top tier to Karatomi bays to your low-level downgraded Hasbro products is already a slap to the face. However, I will say you at least tried. Okay, I'm done with that rant. Good God. There is so much I could say for the fact that Hasbro has just destroyed what this brand used to be, and that I am happy for the fact that if this stands true, that they are not returning for X, and that Takara Tomy will strictly be handling that IP. But otherwise, though, that's it. I am done. I'm putting QuadStrike down. This is it. This was the last thing I'm doing for it. If anything else comes up, do not expect a video within, like, that month. I will probably do that video within the next month, because with all of these products, man, each video has just been way more disappointing than the last. Alright? Like, it started off okay with the Thunder Edge battle set. I will say that. It started off okay. But within the middle, and as more releases started coming out, it just showed that Hasbro isn't even trying or putting the love and compassion that used to be there for the Burst series or Beyblade in general. And now that have actually reached the end, it just shows that Hasbro does not like this brand anymore, and that they are strictly doing this for the money, and that makes me really, really sad and mad at the same time. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm done. Alright? There's not a whole lot I could say. The battle set's okay, aside from the problems I've listed. And this is the last thing I'm doing. The theme songs are going to take a while until I figure out what to do with that. But definitely expect the Beyblade X videos to be up at some point. Alright? I'm definitely going to be taking the time to relax instead of doing the videos that I used to do, like, every single day for, like, 1 week. So definitely I'm going to slow down with these videos and really take time to myself and actually, you know, be able to recuperate and bring back the same energy that I bring in with most of my videos. Because when it comes to these QuadStrike videos, no matter what, and I think you guys can also see it, that I am just burnt out when it comes to these. And even after these videos, going back and editing them, it gets really tiring to sit through and just pretty much watch one of your favorite things just kind of be tarnished by a brand that you grew up with. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. So I'm all for people defending it. Like, if Hasbro's your thing, then go for it, because I get that these bays can be very, very expensive, especially the fact that Burst is already ended, and the bays that are still left are going up in price. So definitely I get if Hasbro is a more cheaper and way more accessible brand, but you just kind of have to understand, if you look at it back to back, and even the anime within of itself, you can just see the fact that Hasbro does not care for this brand anymore, and that they are just doing it for the money. The love and compassion that used to be there for at least season 1 and 2 are pretty much gone. And it really shows with this final product in some sort of capacity. But that's pretty much the end of this video. I'm done talking your guys' ears off, and I'm pretty sure that I made this video run on for way longer than it should be, or should have been. But aside from that, that's it for this video. Hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought. And let's just chat in the comment section below, because definitely I'm going to be doing that for probably the next week or a couple days. But with that out of the way, please like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.